It's about 6:30 in the morning, and cyclists are arriving at Miramonte High School in Moraga for the annual 100-mile Grizzley Peak Cyclist Century bike ride. Also arriving and setting up their equipment are the ham radio operators who will be serving as net control for radio communications that will be covering the 100-mile course.
Before the loop's open. Where did you get those donuts?
In charge of the radio team this day is Valerie Colber, KE6DYR, and she is making last-minute radio operator assignments for SAG vehicles that will be patrolling and providing support all along the course.
Oh, Valerie. Hold on a sec, because you're not going yet.
Okay.
So, hold on one sec. He has like a GPS and...
The exact locations of the SAG vehicles will be tracked today through the use of a GPS system at net control and GPS transmitters in the vehicles. The locations of SAG vehicles will be marked with different colored pins on maps of the course loops.
QST, this is the Grizzley Peak Cyclist Century bicycle ride. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Just doing a radio check.
Bike riders choose one of two different routes, the 100-mile route and the 70-mile route. The routes cover the areas of the Oakland-Berkeley Hills, Tilden Park, San Pablo Reservoir, Crockett and the Carquinez Straits, the McEwen Road Grade, Franklin Canyon and the Alhambra Valley, Briones Park, Orinda and Moraga. There are ham radio operators in 12 SAG vehicles and stationed at 5 rest stops. This is SAG 6, a fully equipped mobile repair unit. I am assigned as SAG 8 today and will be providing support in the areas of Crockett, the Carquinez Straits, and the Briones and Alhambra Valley regions. SAG 8 finds a downed rider who needs some help with repair equipment.
So how many miles do you figure you're into the route?
The supply truck supplied us and left.
About 40. You going the full 100?
No, just the 70.
Well, that's enough.
That's enough for me.
Well, I admire you for doing this. Most I can do is about 5 miles on a bike.
Oh, you can do more than that. You can do 20 to 30 easily.
Think so?
No problem.
About a mile further from the downed rider is the Crockett Community Center, which is a major rest stop on this 100-mile route.
Thank you.
It's also a good place for radio operators to take a little break and get some refreshments.
The last rider left some time ago. 11:06 a.m. on Sunday, May 6, 2001.
What's your assignment in this event?
Oh, we're at the Crockett Rest Stop and just providing communications for them.
Okay. You've had a lot of riders come through?
It's been pretty busy. Looks like it's letting up now.
7, any idea what your ETA will be? 6, 7 up. 10 and I'm almost due.
After the rest stop, the route continues around the Carquinez Straits.
Seg 7 to control. Go ahead, Seg 7. Hey Ted, can I talk to you for a second? I mean, basically, this person is injured. They have road rash, but they also say they can't lift their arm over their head, which means that maybe they have a possible collarbone broken. What would you advise at this moment? Please stand by. whether we should just transport the rider to the start-finish, or should I have an ambulance take them to the nearest medical center?
Right after leaving the Carquinez Straits and on a steep grade, SAG 8 finds another downed rider with a broken chain. Since this requires more extensive repair equipment, SAG 6 is called for on the radio.
Well, that's a bit faster way to go than bicycling, huh?
Yeah, I used the motorcycle.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Oh,
Music and all.
yeah, the deluxe set here. Oh, at the base of this hill, my chain snapped. It had been making some noise, and then it just, I put a little bit of pressure on it to go on that first little squirt going up the hill, and it just went howling.
Back at RIDE headquarters at Miramonte High School in Moraga, the 70-mile riders begin arriving for the midday barbecue lunch and rest period. Some of the riders take advantage of free massages that are being offered.
And at that point, we'll see if we can.
So one thing is we could tell people that they should be prepared to go.
In the early afternoon, in the radio net control room, there is an urgent discussion about a brush fire that has broken out in Redwood Regional Park, close to the road that bike riders will be taking during the final loop. After consultation with firefighters and radio contact with hams that are in the area, the decision is made to allow riders to leave for that final loop.
And keep us posted. Follow them along. You can leapfrog any way you want, but make sure that you know where they are and let us know.
Several hours later, at approximately 7 p.m., the last riders are followed back to the start-finish point in Moraga by the remaining SAG vehicles that are sweeping the course to make sure no riders are left. Some of the riders and radio operators have been riding or on duty for almost 12 hours. It's been a long but safe and gratifying day.